We're here in Broken Bow in McCurtain County at the home of Pat and Berlin Heck, and we're going to look at their garden. They have just a wonderful collection of plants. It's a plant lover's paradise, just walking around and looking at all the species of plants that they have here. And Pat, hello Pat, welcome to our program.
Hello Steve.
You're going to show us around your garden today?
Yes,
all right.
Glad to.
You have a wonderful collection here. Starting with this huge shrub in the front of your home here. I've only seen these in Texas before. I've never seen one in Oklahoma. What do we have here?
That's a Confederate rose hibiscus.
Okay, the Hibiscus mutabilis. And when does it bloom?
It blooms late in the summer, early fall.
Late in summer, early fall. Large pink, double
yes, very
rose-like hibiscus flowers. Yeah, okay. And on the other side of that, I see a Nautia macedonica. How long have you had that in your garden?
Well, this is the second summer. I started with that last year.
Okay, I love those beautiful dark purple flowers. Right up here is another shrub that I think is going to be larger here than it would in somewhere like Oklahoma City or Tulsa. This is the large loropetalum. And how long have you had this one here?
Oh, possibly 6 or 7 years.
6 or 7 years. So they get pretty big in a hurry.
Yes, we've cut it back already once.
You've even cut it back. Okay. And right here I see one of our native shrubs, the southern wax myrtle. And did you plant this here?
No, it just came up by itself. The birds planted it, and the birds make use of it. I believe yellow-rumped warblers, Berlin said, will eat the little gray seeds
the fruit,
that are on the limbs in the fall.
Well, those are pretty good landscaping birds. I think they placed it quite well here to
yes.
soften the corner of your home.
Yes, they did.
A wonderful native shrub. Pat, I haven't seen a tree like this anywhere in Oklahoma. What are we looking at right here?
This is a Sweetbay Magnolia. It grows more in the southern United States. Perhaps in the east, more so than in western Oklahoma.
Okay, and the areas you would find this out in the wild, what type of terrain?
More wetlands or lowlands.
Swampy areas?
More swampy areas.
Okay. It's a very elegant tree. I love the gray bark and these beautiful shiny leaves, and looks like we've got one bloom open up there.
One flower left. We have seeds.
Some of the seed pods.
Seed pods.
Those are very interesting too. Kind of like little miniature magnolia fruiting structures. Pat, this is very nice, tall, perennial. What have we got right here in your garden?
This is a skullcap. I found it in Louisiana, native plant there.
Okay.
And I thought I'd try it.
And how long have you had it in your garden here?
This is the second year.
Second year. It's doing quite well. Very tall. Scutellaria, native to the southeastern part of the state. Well, right over here is a very interesting bulbous plant. This is actually the first time I've encountered this plant. What have we got here, Pat?
It's called Galtonia, or summer hyacinth, I think is a common name, but it's a South African plant.
It's a very elegant plant. Are the bulbs very large?
They were. They were fairly large.
Fairly large.
I think it's an old-timey plant. I don't believe it's used to be in gardens in the past.
Okay. Wonderful plant. I love those flowers and just those long scapes. Well, I see an interesting shrub over here with some really neat fruiting structures. They look like sort of like green bats hanging from the branches. What kind of plant is that?
That's a Calacanthus.
Calacanthus. Okay. Another plant from the south here.
Yes, it's native to the south and southeast, I believe.
Okay. Okay. And the flowers, what color are those?
They're maroon. They bloom in the spring on the wood without leaves, and just a little sour apple smelling maroon flower.
Okay. Well, right over here I see a fern you've got growing on a block of wood. This is one that grows up in the trees, I guess, a lot?
Yes. Polypody?
Polypody?
Polypody, okay.
Little mini-footed fern?
Oh yes, when it dries out, it just wrinkles. It's like a resurrection fern, I believe.
Okay, it kind of goes dormant. And
dries up, and then when it gets rain, it comes right back out again.
Okay. Well, also in the south, we see a lot of the Spanish moss growing wild in the trees, but this isn't growing wild here. You put this here, right?
We put this in. We get it in Louisiana and come back and drape it in the tree, and it will stay there, several years before it finally fades away,
Dries up.
out.
But you guys do have quite a bit of humidity to
Oh, yes.
keep it alive for several years.
Yes.
Okay. Well, right back here, I see you have a gardenia, a huge gardenia shrub.
Yes.
And that's been in the ground here for several years?
Oh, yes, about 5 or 6 years.
5
now.
or 6 years. And beautiful flowers and
This has been a very good year, better than most.
good year for it. Very fragrant.
Very fragrant.
Okay.
I like it.
A lot of people like those gardenias.
From my childhood, maybe yours, but I grew in my mother's yard, so
Okay.
I had to have one too.
All right, we're kind of envious of you down here in Broken Bow. In Stillwater, we can't get them over winter, so
Oh, too bad.
but, wonderful shrub.
That's too bad, Steve.
We're glad you have one.
Oh, I am too.
Well, Pat, in my garden at home, I plant a lot of native plants, and I've noticed that you guys have quite a collection of natives here in your garden. What are some of the reasons you plant a lot of natives?
Well, we plant natives because we like to feed wildlife, and they prefer some of the native foods. And we like native plants because they're easier to take care of, I think.
You don't have to spray them as much
Not
as some of
spray
the
as
others.
much, not water as much. They're just, and too, wildlife has planted some for us.
So you didn't have a choice.
We didn't, we had no choice. They
Okay.
just grew here.
Well, a very showy native vine that you've got back here on one of your fences is our native passion flower. Just a wonderful, hardy, native flowering vine. Just love those intricate flowers that those plants produce. And you've got some fruit coming on, I see. You know, when I was younger, my brothers and I used to have fights with the fruits of those passion flowers, those maypop fruits.
Well, you spread the seed then, didn't you?
Yeah, we did, on each other. Right up here, you've got an interesting plant I see coming up out of a pot here, this double yellow angel's trumpet. And I'm sure you enjoy that back here.
Oh, I do. It could bloom a little more, but I do like it.
This one's just getting ready to open up.
The moths like it at night. If you can come out in the evenings, you usually see a sphinx moth on that and on the 4 o'clocks.
Okay. They get really fragrant at night, more so in the daytime.
Oh, yes.
Well, you guys have a lot of food for the wildlife, but you also grow a few food plants that you guys try to harvest, like your figs back here.
Figs, blueberries, grapes, and we hardly see any of them. The birds beat us to them just about.
They get there before you do.
Right. We have to get up early to beat a bird.
Okay. Well, I'm sure they appreciate it.
Well, we enjoy it. We like to watch it.
Okay. Well, Pat, thank you so much for showing us around your garden.
Oh, you're welcome. Come back.
All right.